Tony D and little Joan is asleep on the couch, and this is a screenwriter's rant on Run, Sweetheart, Run. I think on Netflix. Um, it's a weird movie. It's about, I think it might be a vampire, but I'm not sure. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's The Pineys, books 1 through 9, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So, there's a business, and I'm not sure what kind of business it is, but the guy from S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Avengers, you remember that guy? I forget his name in the movie. He's the boss, and then this girl's the main character, and it's a weird line in the trailer like, you deserve someone nice. I don't know what that means. Like, you deserve it to have a nice guy in your life. And then the girls are kind of going on and on about the new client, who I guess is handsome. And so he sends her to the client because he's hoping she'll hook up with him. Is this an escort service? I don't know. Anyhow, she goes to the client, and he is a charming guy, seemingly. Goes for a nice dinner and has a nice date, goes back to his place, and then it turns ugly because it's Bloomhouse. So basically, he tells her that he's going to hunt her down, and if she survives the night, then, I don't know, I guess she gets a prize. I guess she gets to live. So he cuts her loose and then hunts her. And he seemingly is just toying with her. And I don't know what his deal is. They don't really explain it. But he keeps, like, kind of injuring her and killing the people around her, I guess. I guess he has some sort of rules. And then there's a scene towards the end. The reason I say I think he's a vampire, there's a scene towards the end where he moves at superhuman speed and kills a guy. And then there's something about the survival is in her blood. I don't know. I don't know why he won't just tell me it's a vampire who likes to hunt his victims. And then I guess at some point she gets a kung fu lesson to fight him. How long does, over what period of time does this movie take place? I mean, the premise could be good. I kind of like the premise, but see here, I'll show you the scene, right? She's talking to this dude, and then boom, out of nowhere, he like bites out his throat. He could just be a psycho. I assume he's a vampire because it looks like he does that too fast. But maybe not. Maybe I'm just seeing it wrong because it's. So I don't know. It's from the guys who did, where is it? The Purge and The Invisible Man, which I know what The Purge is. The Invisible Man, not the one with Kevin Bacon, but the one after that, sounded like it was a decent premise at least. And this sounds like a decent premise, but I'm a little thrown off by the execution here. Like, because I don't understand what his deal is. Is he a vampire? Or is he just some sort of psychotic guy? And you know, it's just not a good movie, in my view, if it's just a crazy guy toying with a woman. It's just as cruel. Now, with a vampire, I can understand it. Because vampires live a really long time. They're very demonic. They drink blood. And you can understand, like, that would make sense with a vampire. They're warped. They're fiendish. They're otherworldly in aspects. So that kind of works. It's just a guy. It's kind of boring if he's just crazy and rich, like smart enough to set this whole thing up, but you know, not dumb enough to be caught. Like, and what is this business? So I'll read you the synopsis. Let's see if you can figure it out. Initially apprehensive when her boss insists she meet with one of the most important clients, single mom Sherry Ella Balinska is relieved and excited when she meets charismatic Ethan. Oh boy, this name, Palu Azbek. The influential businessman defies expectation and sweeps Sherry off her feet. But at the end of the night, when the two are alone together, he reveals his true violent nature. Battered and terrified, she flees for her life, beginning a relentless game of cat and mouse with a bloodthirsty assailant hell bent on her utter destruction. In this edge-of-your-seat dark thriller, Sherry finds herself in the crosshairs of a conspiracy stranger? Oh, a conspiracy stranger and more evil than she could have imagined. Written by Shanna Festi, Keith Joseph Atkins, and Kylie Terrell. Who's directed by? Oh, directed by Shanna Festi. Yeah, so if it's a normal guy, like if it's a normal guy, then I'm not totally buying it because I'm not seeing the details here needed for a normal guy to pull this off. If it's a vampire, I can kind of get behind it, but then I would want to see more of the vampire stuff. I'd want to see more of, how she keeps getting away and what the rules are. So, let's say he's not a vampire. This is the logic of me. Let's say he's a normal guy. He's just psychotic. All right. So he's crazy and he's gonna do this cat and mouse thing. And during the course of the movie, she keeps getting away, and he keeps laughing, I guess, because he's teasing her and injuring her, and she keeps limping away. And he goes, "Ha ha ha! I'll let you get away, and I'll catch up to you in another 10 minutes to scare you." Like, it's just dumb at that point, right? Again, it's the whole smartness to money to getting caught ratio. With a vampire, you could understand it. Like, okay, he's inhuman. That's why he's not caught. He does this all the time. So this girl will be different somehow that she's able to survive. And then along the way, she meets a woman who survived it and helps her. And she says something like, in order to survive him, you need help from someone who was one of his victims or something like that. Which sounds kind of dopey. And then she shows off her scars to indicate, he nearly killed me. Well, how did he not kill you? I mean, I assume he had you at his mercy at some point. He didn't let you go. You consider yourself a victim. I just don't. I don't know. This is not looking good. I want to like this movie. It's a kind of a cool premise. And oddly enough, I just read on the Chive, people were doing the worst dates ever, and one of the worst dates ever was the woman said, "He took me to the woods, gave me an airsoft gun, and hunted me." Hunted me for 4 hours until I was just like had enough. That's a crazy first date, dude. By the way, bold move, Cotton. This just seems a little light on the details. Like what kind of businessman? I've got a bunch of young, beautiful women working for me. Well, you deserve to have someone nice in your life. Oh, we've got a new client. He's very handsome. I'll just assume you'll sleep with him. Why don't you go meet him? Like, that seems a little presumptuous. I mean, it could happen, but, I don't know. And why telegraph that? That's like a terrible rookie move, whether he's a vampire or not. Unless he's in on it, in which case it makes total sense. Which in case you'd have to wonder, why didn't a woman say, why are you saying that? I don't know. There's something missing here. It feels... I don't like the shots, right? Because it's weird to say, I know, but like, so you got this guy. I can't think of the actor's name, but he is the guy from Shield. He was the leader of Shield. He was the agent of Shield that was in the Avengers that gets killed. What was it, Thompson or Kilson or whatever his name was, right? That guy. He's kind of a name, right? It's kind of. I mean, people certainly remember him. Why don't you like give me a close up of the guy and sell me the damn movie? Like, you're telling me this guy doesn't deserve a shot, like a close up of, well, you deserve someone good in your life. I mean, he's a good actor, good enough actor, I assume, to pull off that line. I mean, that line's nothing. Why wouldn't you show me him? Like, why wouldn't you showcase him? Why are you showcasing me all these women? These women aren't even going to be in a damn movie. They're done after this scene, I assume. You know, you're showcasing me all the women, and they're ogling over the new client, which seems a little unprofessional. And then she gets the gig, and she seems a little too thin and beautiful to be pulling off this whole survival thing. She doesn't seem tough enough. Like, I'm just talking about the casting here. Like, yeah, okay, you sort of, you know, made her look grungy here, but it doesn't. She doesn't strike. She looks like 90 pounds soaking wet. So, like, and then this is the woman that survived. She appears to be a lot older than her. Here she is going, you won't leave me alone. Like, I'm not really buying this. Here, I'll play it a little, so you know I'm not totally crazy. See that doesn't seem good to me. I'm not. She's not pulling that off. Like, if you had casted somebody a little harder looking, like Gina Carano, but maybe you could argue, well, Gina doesn't have the looks for this particular role. You want somebody who's a little hotter. I get you. Who was the chick from Bound? Not Jennifer Tilly, the other one. Like her. Not now, but back in the day. You know, she would be good for the role. She looks like she could punch you in the face. Like, this girl looks like she'd melt down if you put this makeup on her. No offense. I'm just saying she looks dainty. She looks a little too dainty for this movie. She looks great, don't get me wrong. She just looks wrong for the role. And then they try to toughen her up in the end. I'm kind of not buying it. Need somebody who's got a little more, I don't know. Yeah, she looks way too hot and skinny for this. I don't know what she's doing at the end here. Now she's taking a karate class? What is happening? I don't get this movie. And then this scene where he kills this dude, like, I assume he's a vampire because it looks really quick. But it's possible I'm just interpreting it as quick. You know? He doesn't have fangs, though. It's very confusing. Like, this would be fine as a vampire movie. It's a fine premise as a vampire movie. A vampire who he sets up these elaborate dates, and then gets his girl in there, and then says, "I'm gonna hunt you because I'm bored and I'm 1,000 years old." It makes total sense. And then he goofs around and he keeps toying with her. It's cruel, but you can imagine vampires are that cruel because they're, again, otherworldly creatures. But, you know, just a psycho guy doing it, I'm not buying it. Run, sweetheart, run. Is it supposed to be a toxic male thing? Is that what this is? It's hard to discern. All right, so first act sets up the girl and the bizarre business where they with the boss, sets her on the date. They have a fantastic date, and then at the end of the date, they go back to his place, and instead of having sex, he threatens her. Or maybe he has sex with her first, and then he announces, oh, by the way, you better call a cab because I'll be hunting you for the next night. I guess it all happens in a night if he's a vampire. Act 2, he hunts her. He plays a game of cat and mouse. Oh, I'm going to catch you. Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, you got away. Oh, that was surprising. I'm killing all the people around you. Oh, you got away again. You're too smart for me. And then at some point she meets a woman who was one of his previous victims, but she's alive, so people do get away. She helps him. I guess she takes a karate class at some point, and then third act, she kills him. I assume. Keeps him out until daytime, or I don't know. I mean, where's the cool stuff in this is what I'm asking. It's just a bunch of scenes. Don't seem to get me excited for this movie. I'm just kind of like, I'm waiting for something different. I'm waiting for some cool lines. They're just not here. What the F? Anyhow, if you want to see it, it's on Prime. I don't know if it's on Prime now. No, let's see. It's rated R. And that's all I know. Oh, wait. October 28th. All right, so good Halloween movie. Good chance it is a vampire. I don't know why you wouldn't make that clear. I mean, vampire movies would do well. There's a lot of blood in this. I'm going to assume it's a vampire movie. I'm just going to assume it's a vampire movie. And then this is, I don't know what this is, Girl Gang who fights the vampires maybe? And I don't know. I don't know who this is. I don't know any of the characters. There seems to be nothing to this movie, and it kind of pisses me off. So Run, Sweetheart, Run, September 28th. If, I don't know, put it on your list of Halloween movies, I guess, if you got nothing else to do other than watch Prime. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more base takes. I will be at the Scary Story Fest in Asbury Park on Saturday. So hope to see you there. We'll be in the basement of a bar. So get your drink on and buy a bunch of books. And we'll see you tomorrow.